there's no shortage of inspiration in Canada. I think we make the mistake of looking elsewhere for our inspiration because in some ways Canadians are magpies. That's why we always look to the US because it's shiny. It's like, hey, that's shiny. But we don't realize that what we have here is actually pretty remarkable.
Canada is celebrating a really important birthday this year, 150 years. How are you going to celebrate? Maybe attend one of the special events being held, maybe go to Canada's national parks. One artist is celebrating by creating 150 paintings to celebrate 150 years of Canada.
I gave myself 90 days to do the paintings, which was, I think in hindsight, was, a lot of hours, but not thinking about it. Just paint from the hip and the heart.
We're very fortunate to be at the beginning of the tour and be the first location for the tour, which means, of course, probably a lot of the favorites will be gone before it leaves here, which is fortunate for us and our clientele.
There's like 6 sections, so there's things, which is what we're looking at here. There's animals, there's celebrity, there's sports icons, there's landmarks, and there's historical figures. In each section, we decided if the book will have a queen image. So she's holding a bag of cheesies, she's reaching down and petting a beaver, that she's holding the gray cup. So we put that all together, and then from there it was just a matter of getting 150 paintings done and having fun with it.
I usually move towards the stuff that's a little sillier. So I really like, he's got one over here of Happy Rock, Manitoba. And what it is it's Happy Rock is the name of their mascot. It's a big rock, it's painted and smiling and so on. And it's the name of the town is Gladstone.
A lot of my paintings I've sold overseas to expats and people working overseas who are homesick. So there's things like Hawkins cheesies. That's painfully Canadian. When you meet Americans, they're like, Hawkins cheesies, isn't that like a cheesy, just like a cheese puff? And I'm like, no, a cheese puff is your, factory-made product, and Hawkins cheesies are like the free range. They're like bark off a tree. They're awesome.
We've been overwhelmed, but we're making do with the fact that it's popular.
You start choosing some of those things that made a difference. There's René Lévesque. These are people who made an impact on Canada. They're included. But this whole series has been running for a decade. I've done probably about 4,000 of these paintings, and there's no shortage of Canadian icons because we're such a huge country. What we consider, Canadian out here in Victoria, someone in northern Quebec has a different feeling. And that's where the Hudson's Bay point blanket ties in, because whether you're a separatist, whether you're any of these things, at some point in our collective history, you've been the house guest that got the wretched, itchy wool blanket to keep you warm. And it's like, and I love them, but it takes years for that thing to become like an actual cozy blanket. Our flag's only 1965. We're new. So here you have this point blanket that's been around a lot longer and is in every household, whether you're in Newfoundland, Tuktoyaktuk, Victoria, Lethbridge, you'll see it everywhere. I hope in some way that people come away with the idea that, we have a great country, we should be proud of it. Even with problems that there are, we can still resolve them and make things better. There's enough to go around.
Check out all 150 paintings of the O Canada exhibition at the Trounce Alley Gallery until January 26th. There's also been a book produced of the exhibition, so it will live on long after Canada's 150th birthday. For Shaw TV, I'm community producer Heather Leary.